This presentation is on why small and medium businesses use warehouse management systems.
Let me start by briefly introducing ourselves. Miles Technologies is a systems integrator, meaning we specialize in putting together the pieces to offer best-of-breed solutions to our customers. We offer a number of hardware and software solutions, including warehouse management systems, voice picking systems, radio frequency identification or RFID asset tracking, and middleware. We also offer RFID site analysis and installation. We have capability in-house to do software development and customization, and we also offer professional project management for the projects with which we are involved. Miles Technologies' roots are in automated data collection hardware and supplies, and we offer competitive pricing and absolutely top-shelf support for products from leading manufacturers. Our products and services are available to companies throughout the United States, and we've been in business for nearly 30 years. Why use a warehouse management system? At a high level, companies adopt warehouse management systems to achieve greater efficiencies. Their expectation is that these increased efficiencies will lead to cost reductions and greater customer satisfaction. Let's break this down a bit. Efficiencies attained through the adoption of warehouse management systems can generally be broken down into more efficient inventory, more efficient workers, and more efficient equipment. Let me take you through each of these. Warehouse management systems help make companies' inventory more efficient. This can contribute to reduced inventory. There are actually several factors which control the size of a company's inventory, all of which are directly affected by inventory efficiency. As a minimum, we expect to see adoption of a warehouse management system result in a decrease of safety stock or just-in-case stock. Additionally, by knowing more about your inventory, you are better able to understand the other factors which control your inventory levels, giving you a short-term inventory reduction of safety stock as well as the ability to better optimize your inventory levels over the long term. Reduced inventory results in a one-time positive effect on cash flow and an ongoing reduction in inventory carrying cost. I'll drill into this more in a few minutes. Warehouse management systems can also contribute to better production planning for manufacturers. A better understanding of your inventory needs can trickle back into your production requirements. This can contribute to being able to produce inventory later so that you carry the inventory for a shorter period of time and reduce the number of inventory transfers from production if that's one of your goals. You may even be able to reduce your inventory of manufacturing raw material and in-process goods. Warehouse management systems can contribute to a more efficient purchasing process as well. By better understanding your inventory needs, you can purchase inventory later so that you carry the inventory for a shorter period of time. You may also be able to take advantage of quantity purchasing discounts and reduce the number of inbound shipments if that is one of your goals. Finally, more efficient inventory means you should be able to improve shipping accuracy. Having inventory on hand to fill customer orders, shipping more quickly, and having better controls to ensure that the correct items are shipped in the correct quantities can increase your customer satisfaction and reduce your cost of handling unsatisfied customers. The second area of efficiency achieved from a warehouse management system is in your workforce. If your workforce knows where to store product and knows where to find product, it's pretty clear that you can cut out a lot of the wasted time performing these tasks. Additionally, full physical inventories can be eliminated or nearly eliminated by continuous cycle counting and just from recording inventory movements accurately and immediately. A warehouse management system can reduce the amount of time wasted due to inefficient routing of workers through the warehouse. New workers can be trained more quickly and in a repeatable way. Warehouse management systems greatly reduce manual data entry. Data is entered at most once and then used everywhere else where it's needed. Barcode scans, whenever possible, reduce the time required to enter data and make sure that the data entered is done more accurately. Notice I just said that you enter data at most once. If you automatically transfer data from existing systems such as ERP or accounting systems, then you don't even need to enter the data the first time. Just select purchase order and sales order data from lists on the screen. All these efficiencies can contribute to lower labor costs and increased data accuracy. The final area of efficiency we're going to look at today is in the use of equipment. If your workers spend less time searching for places to store product or searching for product, then the equipment they use will have lower hours. Similarly, when workers are routed through the warehouse more efficiently to perform tasks, the equipment they use also is routed more efficiently. This includes fork trucks, pallet jacks, pick carts, etc. All of this can contribute to reduced wear and tear on your equipment. If you can attain enough efficiency, you may even be able to get rid of some of your less efficient equipment. These three areas of efficiency, inventory, workers, and equipment, can combine to make your enterprise overall more efficient, more effective, and more profitable. Let's look at how we can quantify these efficiencies. Let's start by looking at how a more efficient inventory can affect a company's costs. We listed several benefits to implementing a warehouse management system on the right side of this slide, but let's just pick on the two benefits which are most commonly attained and simplest to quantify. These are reduced inventory carrying costs and reduced costs of returns. Inventory carrying costs are accepted industry-wide to be the sum of the cost of storing inventory, the cost of handling inventory, costs associated with obsolescence and expiration, damage cost, administrative costs related to inventory, loss, pilferage, shrinkage, etc., the opportunity cost of the capital, the cost of insuring the inventory, and any taxes associated with the inventory. I don't know what your numbers look like, but let's just use a pretty conservative example. Your numbers may be higher or lower, but I just want to demonstrate how a good warehouse management system can reduce your carrying costs. For our example, let's assume that you have average inventory value of $3 million. Let's also assume your carrying cost is 15% of the inventory value. Industry averages range from 15 to 30%, but let's stay on the conservative side. And let's also assume that a good warehouse management system reduces your inventory by 15%. So it reduces your total inventory 15%. Industry averages range from 15 to 30%. So if we take our $3 million inventory value, multiplied times 15% carrying cost, multiplied times 15% inventory reduction, we can see that a good warehouse management system can reduce your inventory carrying cost by over $67,000 a year, year after year. Let's take a look at the reduced costs of returns. Again, I don't know what your numbers look like, but we'll just show you what the equation looks like and you can fill in your numbers. Let's assume that a cost of return is $100. Every time you accept a return back from a customer, the cost of accepting that return back is $100. Let's also assume 260 work days per year. We'll assume one return per day, and we'll also assume a warehouse management system prevents 25% of those returns. So if we take our $100 cost of returns, multiplied times one return for 260 days, and then reduce that by 25%, we come up with a total savings of $6,500 a year, year after year. Next, let's take a look at the effect which a more efficient workforce can have on your costs. Increased data accuracy has a positive financial impact, but it's harder to quantify universally. So we'll just focus on reduced labor costs for today. Again, your numbers won't exactly match my example, but I want to show how a good warehouse management system can reduce your labor costs. Let's assume that your labor costs, your loaded labor cost is $15 per hour per worker, and we'll assume 5 material handlers, and we're not really taking into consideration indirect labor like supervisors or auditors, and we're also not taking into consideration administrative labor. We're just taking a look right now at the material handlers. We'll assume 2,080 hours per year per worker average, and we'll also assume a 10% increase in productivity from implementing the warehouse management system. Industry averages report 10 to 30%, but again, we'll stay on the conservative side. So we take $15 per hour times 5 workers, we multiply that times our yearly hours, and then we take a 10% increase in productivity. We come up with over $15,000 in annual savings in labor costs. And again, we didn't consider indirect labor, which may have some positive impact, and we didn't consider administrative labor, which you may have a significant positive impact there. We aren't going to specifically quantify equipment cost savings since this is difficult to quantify in a way which applies universally, but just remember that this cost savings is possible as well. Let's add up our examples. We see that from our examples, we expect to save $74,000 in inventory carrying costs and the cost of returns. We also expect to save over $15,000 in our labor force. All of this adds up to just under $90,000 year after year. Let me show you how to achieve this for much less than $90,000 a year. Let's take a look at Miles Technologies' Envision warehouse management system. Envision Warehouse Management System is offered on a subscription basis in what is called Software as a Service. Here's how it works. Miles Technologies provides a standard software feature set which includes unlimited items, unlimited locations, and unlimited users, and also supports multiple warehouses. We provide the computer server and the infrastructure. All the computer server, all the hardware, and all the infrastructure to support that. The networking is all hosted off-site. We actually contract with Microsoft Server Farm to provide that. And this guarantees 24/7, 365-day-a-year uptime. And we provide full IT support for the software and for the hardware. So this means that you don't have to use any of your IT resources to support this application. Envision Warehouse Management System is browser-based, which means there's no software to install on your PC. You just connect to Envision using your standard web browser. Envision includes all software upgrades without any extra fees. Software upgrades are included in the subscription costs, so there won't be any surprise fees down the road. The subscription includes startup training, setup, configuration, loading in your items and your locations into Envision, and also includes ongoing technical support. No extra charge for technical support down the road. Envision Warehouse Management System can also include integration with your ERP or accounting system so that you can import sales orders and purchase orders into Envision for use in the process. This is for an extra fee, but it is available. Some people aren't familiar with software as a service, and it might seem a little scary because it's a new term. It is a relatively new term, but it's actually an old practice. These are some companies and organizations which use software as a service with which you may be familiar. The IRS offers software as a service to low-income households to allow tax preparation online. TurboTax also offers tax preparation online, as does TaxCut. Google Apps are available as software as a service, Flickr, LinkedIn, QuickBooks. Microsoft offers a number of services, including Xbox Live. Banks, Kronos, WebEx, Salesforce, NetSuite, even Facebook can be considered software as a service. Envision Warehouse Management System is offered through the subscription for $7,995 one-time fee up front, and then after that you only pay $795 a month. Now there is an extra cost if you do decide to integrate with ERP or accounting systems. There's an additional cost up front and an additional cost per month, but those fees are in line with the fees that you see here. You'll need mobile devices, wireless access point, perhaps barcode printers. Miles Technologies would be happy to sell those to you outright, but we can also provide those to you for a small monthly fee. There are a small number of companies that would prefer to have the opportunity to customize Envision Warehouse Management System, so we do provide Envision in a more traditional on-premise installation. The way this works is we sell you the software license. We also provide professional services to you for a fee, and then you would pay annual maintenance fees. Any upgrades would be additional cost, and you would be required to provide the computer server and infrastructure as well as the IT support, and then we would provide technical support to your IT team. That is an option if you find that the software as a service just isn't going to work for you. So that concludes our presentation about why small to medium-sized businesses use warehouse management systems. Hopefully this has been helpful to you. If you'd like more information, our phone number and web address are on the screen. Thank you.